hello fellas. Just checking out the new CUPRA Leon Touring Sports, and it's actually a plug-in hybrid. Welcome back to Automotive. My name is Archie, and I actually got myself another car today. It wasn't suggested by any of you guys out there, but I thought it might be very cool to talk about it. And as you guys know, I already mentioned it. It's the Leon Touring Sports. Apologies for that. And this one is a plug-in hybrid version that has 204 horsepower. We'll take a look at the front here. Not too much to talk about. I have this sporty design, I guess. A very casual grille over here. And take a look at the lights. The lights are actually really nice looking. You have this interesting shape from CUPRA. Have these 3 LEDs over here for daytime running light. And of course you have the high beams down here. Now moving on to the side, you have the charging port right here. This one has DC and AC charging that you can also do. And I believe for DC charging, it takes somewhere around 26 minutes for fast charging. I'm not really sure if this one supports it, but you can charge it. And if you want to charge it with AC, it will take somewhere around 2 hours. Moving on to the side here, the side profile looks really nice. The doors are beautiful. And take a look at the back door over here. It opens pretty solid, I guess, for the way it is. It's kind of windy here. I gotta make sure the door doesn't close. So take a look at the inside here. Doesn't look too bad. You got the sporty seats. And now let's move away from here. Nothing much to say from there. And these are also the rims here. I believe this might be a 19 or 20 inches wheel, and this is also obviously it's from a dealer that had to lend. Take a look at the trunk. Looks nice. You have this CUPRA design, have some lights here, I believe, as well, the brake lights. And then these are, if we move here closer, and these are of course part of the parking lights that you can turn on. But the cool thing is, you might wonder, how do you open the trunk on this thing? Honestly, it took me a few minutes to figure it out, because you usually either have buttons down here or on there. It's actually over here under the light. I lost it again. There it is. You press it and it opens. Now we don't want to open it now. We'll leave it to the end. There's not much to say about over here. With the look down here, I believe, yeah, these are also fake exhausts. If we move down here, all the way down, got some fake exhausts over there. They're obviously not real, because it's plug-in hybrid. This one isn't supposed to be a sport car. Let's move on to the front. On my side, obviously, pretty cool car. Honestly, I would buy it if there weren't other cars competing with this one. Looking on the side here, it's not bad. I have some space. It feels a little bit unusual if you've been in SUVs for a while, because it is very low, but you'll get used to it. And I'm 177 centimeters. I'm pretty comfortable here. I can lean back. So much room here. Now looking on the door panel, it's actually not too bad. You have obviously these plastic buttons here. Look very casual. And then you have this Sennheiser sound system. You have your trunk over here that you can open it, and as well as the fuel cap. And of course the hood down here. They have their OBD port over there. The light controls here is obviously Volkswagen light controls. So there's nothing much to say about that. And it's no longer here. You have turning signals, and it looks pretty nice. If we move on to the other side and take a look at what it looks like from here, it's actually not a bad car. Now I apologize, it is a little dirty. Apparently they were using this car for personal use. I'm not sure really, but this is what it looks like from the side here. If we look at the front, now if we don't look at the this disgusting particles that they have left behind, looks pretty nice. They have this smooth material. You have ambient lighting all the way there. I'm not sure if I can change that right now because it is very sunny. Moving on here, you have some cables here. It's not mine, but you have some space. And there is actually no, there might be some wireless charging. Yeah, there is wireless charging, I think. I could be wrong. I'm not sure. And then here's the gear shifter you have. And of course the auto hold. Parking brake is manual. And of course it's Volkswagen. And of course the lock here, you don't have it on the door panel, so you have it in the middle. Now the infotainment is the casual Volkswagen infotainment, nothing too crazy. It is a little bit more compact, more buttons compared to Volkswagen. I mean virtual buttons, I'm going to be more correct. Shows you everything. This one doesn't have navigation on. I believe this is the middle trim, since this one has electrified seats. So I'm moving on to the middle here. Have 12-volt socket down there and some space. The cup holders are very casual. And apparently you can also put your key down here if your key dies. I can show you the key and get it out of my pocket. This is the key for the CUPRA Leon Touring Sports. I keep saying Sportswagen. Same thing, but it's a casual Volkswagen key. Just rebranded it to CUPRA. Nothing too crazy. And if we get into my view, let me take the camera real quick. There we go. So this is what it looks like from my side. And of course, to turn the car on, you have this thing right here. Instead of having it down there, you might think the button's over there, but it's actually the traction control. Of course, make sure the climate control and everything is off. And you control the things here. If we close the door over there, so we can take a look at what this infotainment system looks like. So we press view here to change. You can change the modes. I mean, designs of the speedometer. Not too bad, I guess. It is kind of sporty. Changing, you have the cruise control. You have the radar that says how far you want to have. You can go pretty far, which is nice. And of course, the voice controls over there. You have here the mode. You can adjust. Not too many modes on. Individual, CUPRA, and comfort, as well as performance, which is really nice. Down here you have the pedals. I can't really show them. There, you can see them. Not too crazy. Moving on to the glove box. It's not too bad. Dampened. Nice. Has some storage. You have some up there too. Not really sure what that is for, but sure, I guess that's some space. Mirror. Up here you have some controls. Sun visors. Ah, that's beautiful to see. Comparing it to the Hyundai Kona, two different cars, two different designs, two different ways of the car, but still it's better because now you can turn them on and off just by sliding the cover. Now here's the camera view. Camera's kind of dirty. No cleaning option for the camera. There might actually be. Huh? Oh. Second. I'm trying to see how do you use these. Nope. There are some windshield wipers at the back. Difficult to show with the camera. That's not a big deal. So the camera, you probably have to clean it yourself. See, there are a lot of features missing. This is the middle trim, but there are still quite a lot of features. And the parking sensors for front and back, rear are standard, which is amazing. You don't see it in every car. Camera, everything is in Swedish. Now for climate, just press climate over there, short version. They do have manual vents comparing to the ID7. And then heated steering wheel over there. You have some profiles, hand warming, foot warming, fast cooling, foot cooling. Oops. Swipe. We have a better view for windshield and better air quality. And then you can also choose over there where you want the air to be. I mean head. have the sink. You also have it in the back here. Yes, also have a lock. I'm not sure what that is for. I assume that's for the your climate control. Here you can choose if you want to have eco, low, higher. I have it on low, I guess. Sure. So that works too. You can also turn it. You cannot turn it off individually. So they're together. You have air care over there, AC. Not too bad. See, the windshield wiper was running in the back. The gear shifter is pretty simple. Shifts in reverse. And the parking brake does not go down. You got to put it down yourself. Maybe if you accelerate. Yep, it goes down. And then for drive, you just shift it back up and you're in drive. And for neutral, just a little bit. And for P there, and manual parking brake. Too bad. The infotainment, if I want to show you more, here are the profiles. And nothing too crazy. You only have 4, and you also have individual here that you can mess around with. Sync feature is off for some reason. And here you have lots of other things that you can mess around with. Ambient lighting, for example, you have electrified. It is practically impossible to show it right now because it's very sunny. Even if I have it on max, I can't show you guys. But there is some ambient lighting on the door, and here you have the full link CUPRA Assistant, which can tell you what's up with the car, or we can give you some suggestions. And here you have your own thing, app update in park heating and seats. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, there's a separate thing for seat heating. You have them down here, so you can put them on auto as well, which is nice. And this one doesn't have any parking. It doesn't park for you, which is something that's missing in this car. Let's move on to the rear seats, shall we? See what it is in the rear seats. Let's check the back seats. Doors open pretty wide. Yeah. Also forgot to mention the sporty seats you get. These are extra things that you can add. Casual one doesn't look like this. It's a normal seat. It's not too bad. A lot of space down here. I can fit my feet if we take a look down here. Lots of space, which is nice, pretty comfortable, and the thighs are not very high. I mean, this thing is a little bit unusual. You still have the center spot over here, obviously, because you have drive shaft because of the engine. No, I mean not the drive shaft, but for the car. And then you have some pockets here in the seats. Too crazy. And you also have ambient lighting on here. I just realized from the other seat. If I take a camera real quick. Like I said, it's a very difficult way to show the ambient lighting right now. But it is slightly blue. That's actually the ambient lighting, I think. Oh, never mind. That's actually stitching in there. I'm not sure, actually. Is that ambient? No, it's not ambient lighting. Never mind. It's just me tweaking. Apologies for that. And we have the control here that can also control, as you could control it from the front, which is cool. Didn't know you could do that, actually. Do it from the front. Well, this is how the rear seat is. Take a look at the cup holders over here. Gotta do this a little bit alone. Casual cup holders, as you can see in pretty much every car. And you have the through loading over here. Oh, yeah, let me, of course, close the cup. Oh, wait a second. And that was kind of weird. So you open this, have some through loading over there, which is nice. Too bad you can open it from the trunk as well. Put it back here. Not too much. The seat material is actually really nice. Let me take my things away. A little bit dirty. It's not the car's fault. That's the one who was driving it. And let's move on to the trunk. The camera over here. And close the door. Let's move on to the trunk here. As I already mentioned, you open it under the right tail light. Right there is a button. And the good thing about this car is that it actually locks itself. The trunk space is 470 liters. Not too unusual. I mean, not too bad. You have a lot of space for such a car. Have some space down here for your charging cables. This is plug-in hybrid. and then you can fold the seats through here. I'm not gonna do it right now, but obviously you can just fold them. Nothing too crazy. Have this sunshade here that you can drag, and it should come off pretty easily. Okay, and as soon as I set that, it won't come off easily, and then you can push it off, and you can take this entire thing off. And then you have the super loading. You also have your trailer hitch down here. I can also get, it's extra, you have to pay extra for it. It's electronic, and if you want to hide it, you just press it again, it beeps, and of course you push it right back in. It's not too crazy, and then to close the trunk, you just press it. Now, should you buy the CUPRA Leon Touring Sports, I would say it's not a bad car. It is kind of sporty, depends on the engine options. If you get the one with 204 horsepower, it takes 7.9 seconds from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour, and it has 1.7 tons of towing capacity. With the trailer hitch, you can tow quite a lot. It's not too bad comparing it with the Peugeot SUV. It's not too bad. The lights are really nice. It has a really cool design, and you should also keep in mind it's a Volkswagen. So for those who don't know this, well, this is Seat, but it's Volkswagen now. You have the casuals, almost the casual Volkswagen design in the interior. The side profile is really nice. I feel like it is actually a nice car. You might as well go ahead and purchase it. What else would you want to, if you're looking for a nice car? It has a lot of good things in standard. You have the electrified trunk, which is really nice, and you don't really find it in many cars. Like Nissan, for example, it's not standard. Parking sensors are also standard, and heated steering wheel and front seats are also standard, which is beautiful. So might as well purchase it. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and comment what you felt like I missed, and if you didn't, it's fine. I hope I can match your desires and help me to improve my videos. If you're new around here, make sure to subscribe and click that bell so you're always notified about the latest things on the car market. And don't forget to suggest me what car you want to see next. Stay tuned.